Hey everyone, welcome to Christmas with Chris. I want to lift up a scripture verse. It's in Acts 20, verse 35. Jesus said these words, "It is better to give than receive." A few weeks ago, I took my daughter Jordan on a kind of daddy-daughter date to Applebee's, one of her favorite restaurants. And we sat in a booth, and she sat on one side and I sat on the other. She had some crayons and she was coloring on the little menu that they have for kids. And we got our food, the dinner was done. And we're sitting there and I'm like, okay, it's time to go now, Jordan. And Jordan was kind of like, well, Dad, let's color a little bit more. And in my head, I'm thinking, kid, I already took you to Applebee's. I've spent an hour with you already. Isn't it enough? When all of a sudden I got a little whisper that said, love your daughter. And I stopped, and many times I don't obey the whispers, but this time I did. And I said, Jordan, why don't you come on this side of the booth and we'll color together. And so she did. We took her crayons out and we colored for another 5 or 10 minutes. You know, in the story of the birth of Jesus, there are a lot of different characters who give. There are the wise men who come and they give gifts. There's Mary and Joseph who give of themselves to be the parents of Jesus. But one group that really didn't have a lot to give at all were the shepherds. But the thing that they gave was their time. And what I want to challenge you today is to think of that scripture verse. It is better to give than to receive. And in a time in which Christmas is filled with a consumer mindset and buying things, rather than buying something, why don't you give of your time? Maybe that's to your kids, to take them out like I did with Jordan, or with your spouse to hang out with them. But take some time and allow that to be the thing that you give, because it really is better to give than receive. I'll see you tomorrow.